had an opportunity to review the transcript once. I don't think it was the smoking gun that the Democrats wanted in the House. I think they jumped the gun, but look, they have been trying to figure out a way to start impeachment proceedings against the president since he was elected. So it's no surprise to us that they finally pulled the trigger and are starting the process, but there's no smoking gun there. I think they overstepped their bounds.
Was President Trump's language in this transcript alarming to you when he's asking for a favor from the president of Ukraine? Was that at all alarming to you?
What I saw was a conversation that he was having in which he never expected that it would be anything except private. And I would suspect that on numerous occasions, people in the past have had conversations that they would not like to have made public, and he probably would have said things, or he may very well have said things differently if they were going to be made public. But there is nothing in this that the Democrats should be talking about in terms of being of an impeachable offense. But I will say this also, the Democrats should be focusing on some things that we actually have to get done. What they did was kick the can down the road in creating a continuing resolution rather than actually doing the appropriations process. They've been sitting on the USMCA, which is the replacement for NAFTA now, for literally months, which would really help our producers in the upper Midwest. And finally, we've got an NDA, the National Defense Authorization Act, which we have done on a bipartisan basis every year. It's one of those things that we get the opportunity to work, Republicans and Democrats, side by side on. Our colleagues in the House have been very difficult to get any of this stuff done with, and they need to get their act together. They need to start doing the things that help Americans regularly, and they can put this impeachment stuff on the back burner for when they've actually got time.
And where do you think things go from here after this?
Depends on how much more they want to push it. I think, first of all, they're going to have a very difficult time walking away from this, but I think they made a strategic mistake when they decide that this is going to be their smoking gun. I don't see the smoking gun here, and I do think that it probably opens up a whole lot of other questions about Ukraine, and they may not like that.
How about the whistleblower complaint? Are you at all in favor of seeing that?
Look, the one thing that we've talked about in the Senate is full transparency with regard to these issues. We've recommended, though, that it be done in the Senate Intelligence Committee, that we review those in a classified setting, though that it is very carefully done in a bipartisan manner. And then, if there is something that needs to be released publicly, that the Senate Intelligence Committee makes those reports available in a declassified position. But we've already done that. The leader already did that 2 days ago. And then yesterday it appears that the minority leader in the Senate, Senator Schumer, decided that he wanted to have it formally done, even though it was already being handled by the majority leader. So the one thing I think the Senate is in unison on is we want the Intelligence Committee to be able to handle that, to get the information, to share the appropriate information once it has been reviewed, and only in a declassified manner.